Another episode, y'all. Let's get into it. And be sure to hit the like button so we can get an algorithm. We much appreciate it. Let's go.
You ever seen water under a microscope? This is Dr. Emoto. He was doing water experiments. He believed water had memory, emotions, and feelings just like us. This is some of the tests he was doing with water. He would get a piece of paper and he would write compassion, thank you, wisdom, I hate you, I love you, and put it on a piece of paper. And they all had different forms. These are some of the results when you just write certain words on water. So if water can do this, and we are 75% of water, what can our negative thoughts and positive thoughts do to us? It wasn't just thoughts. If you look up and see heavy metal music, even the music we listen to can reshape our whole body. Ancient spiritual teachers believe that everything in the universe is water. I believe that as well. But did you know that there's another world that's filled with water over top of our world? And there's another world filled with water underneath of our world. Some people believe that most of the life forms on this planet, it came from another world over top of our world. Believe that it was a hole inside of the firmament and water leaked from that world and got into our world. They believe octopus came from the world over top of our world. They believe dolphins came from the world over top of our world. Most of the life forms inside of this ocean, it don't belong here. They try to tell us in movies once again.
I am still falling! You can do this, sir.
Right up.
Once we go inside of the ocean, we are traveling through space and we are going into
What
a whole
happened?
different
Hold on,
dimension.
let me play that because that thing got popped up. Let me see. I like this movie a lot too. It's a good movie.
Once we go inside of the ocean, we are traveling through space and we are going into a whole different dimension. Look at some of the life forms they have in the ocean. Yes, this is a fish with a transparent head and green glowing eyes inside of the ocean. What else do they have down there? But I'm gonna go a little deeper with this water. Did you know when you are astral traveling, you are not really traveling, you are swimming in the universe. All of your lucid dreams, your astral projections, you are just going into a different water world. Everything is water. Did you know every time it rains, that's information, knowledge, wisdom, data, crystals, it's everything. Rain actually give us information from the universe. Of course, the Matrix stole this idea with the internet cloud, mobile, PC, mini note. They stole everything from water.
I agree.
Y'all, look at this. Look at this.
Shout out to water though. That is crazy though. Like that's how you know water is consciousness. It's definitely alive, right? Yeah, it's picking up on. They got memory like that. Yeah, that's consciousness for sure.
Is that a cloud, y'all? There's no way. There's no way a cloud produces light like that, right? And that's not lightning, huh? There is something there has to be. And then do you see the cows? Like, aren't cows abducted often? Isn't that the story? Like, cows are abducted by grays or whatever it may be, whatever entity it may be, because for all we know, the government may be doing it. We have no idea. But ain't no way that's just a regular. We've never seen clouds like this, y'all. Look at that, y'all. Look at the detail in this. It's so sharp, and just looks like it's got like faces coming like out of it, y'all. Look at this. It looks like a face protruding out of the clouds. Look at these things, y'all. What a time to be alive. Just the light show itself, all these different type of lights. You have like an orange light over here, this blue greenish light, this bright white light over here. It's like so many things at war. Like this is like literally the war in the heavens, huh? Wow. Yeah, this is literally Texas, y'all. Texas. So much going up with the sky lately, y'all. Keep your eyes to the sky. Keep your phones and eyes to the sky, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency.
Now I understand.
Did Benzino sell his child, Coi Leray, to the music industry? When you're in the industry and your child emerges like a shooting star, reaching heights seemingly beyond their talent, Could it be more than just luck? Could there be a darker truth hidden behind the curtain of stardom? Or is it the imagination of those searching for meaning in the chaos of fame? When your offspring emerges from obscurity to scale unimaginable heights, questions arise. Could Benzino have sold his own flesh and blood, Coi Leray, to the highest bidder in the music industry? Is it merely coincidence or a calculated maneuver to capitalize on familial ties? You be the judge. Don't forget to follow and keep our content alive. Did Benzino...
Sometimes you be thinking about bitching, you be thinking about complaining, but in no point in human history has bitching and complaining ever made life better. It always made life worse. You got cut off in traffic, and then you started road raging, you started bitching. It didn't make the person that cut you off in traffic not cut you off in traffic. You got fired from your job, and you started bitching, you started cussing out your boss, and you didn't get your job back. Life is way better when you stop bitching and you start living, my boy. Hey, hey!
That is true. I agree.
Watch this shit. This guy just changed. He noticed that shit. How the fuck go to blue to gray? Huh? How, dog? Now, I know some of y'all don't want to believe that things been going on with the sky, but it has been, dog, for quite some time now. There's a bunch of videos of the sky doing when they did the same shit on the Godzilla movie, and they broke through that motherfucking sky, and it was them looking down on us, dog, the whole motherfucking time. Seemed like we living in a motherfucking simulation. Who is simulating this motherfucker? That's what I want to know, dog. Big facts. Cause how the fuck you gonna explain to somebody that the sky just changed motherfucking color and motherfucking artificial intelligence? Shit like this been happening, dog. This ain't even the crazy. Did you see what the fuck I just saw, dog? That's a big fact. And I ain't gonna lie, you already know what I'm about to say. If I would've saw this, I also would've liked to got the fuck on up out of there. Peace.
I feel that one. But that is interesting. Like, how did they do that? You know, what caused it?
You are God in disguise. This is why the word divine is dive in, because you have to dive inward to connect with the divine, the consciousness. Within is high twin, because within you is your true twin, which is your reflection, your mind. Listen is silent, because you have to become silent to listen to the inner consciousness. You are God in disguise.
Let me give you a quick rundown so you get an idea what I'm talking about. Hidden meanings. The number 1 means God, the Logos. The number 2 means body and soul, you and God. The number 3 means new life, resurrection, a new beginning. Jesus was in the tomb 3 days. Jonah was in the whale 3 days. The number 4 means your fourfold nature: physical, spiritual, intellectual, emotional. Okay? The number 5 means mediation. It also means sacrifice. I'm going to show you that a little later. The number 6 means doctrines, laws, religion. Don't you remember when Jesus turned water into wine? Water can mean on the lower level emotionalism. He turned water into wine. How many jars of water did it say he turned into wine? 6. In other words, he was turning the religion of the letter into that which is the movement and the divine essence of the spirit. That's what it means, changing water into wine. Number 7 means divine intervention. Joshua walked around Jericho how many times? 7, and the walls came tumbling down. 7 means divine intervention. There are 7 nerve centers, or 7 chakras that rise from the base of the spine to the top, which are the 7 levels which a person walks in order to find that which is the pineal or enlightenment. It's all part of the Bible. It's all part of the ancient wisdom which is covered up in numbers. Let me give you a quick rundown so you get an idea what I'm talking about.
Them displaying this device in Dublin and New York is just them hinting at finally releasing the technology, their real portal technology that they have. Always remember, the government is about 100 years technologically ahead of what they actually. Them displaying this device in Dublin and New York is of what they actually show us. These government factions been using portals and interstellar gateways and different things of that nature to exit this realm of reality. I hear a lot of people saying that these beings can't leave a firmament, forgetting all about portals and interstellar gateways and technology like that. In fact, some say that when the U.S. led an invasion to Iraq in 2003 for former dictator Saddam Hussein, it wasn't actually for resources like they claimed in media. It was actually because he housed a portal, an extraterrestrial portal that led to other worlds. Now, these claims were alleged by Michael Salla, who was an Australian expert in extraterrestrial politics. He even went as far as saying that the U.S. actually entered that country to retrieve extraterrestrial weapons through the Stargate. Make you wonder how they came up with all these Apache helicopters and vehicles that can actually move beyond the speed of sound all of a sudden. Perhaps they were receiving assistance from a higher intelligence. In fact, the acronym for the word area in Area 51 stands for Alien Reverse Engineering Association. Basically, they collect extraterrestrial technology, tinker with it, reverse engineer it, and figure out how to work it and utilize it to their advantage. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the taxpayers' dollars went into this research. Don't let them fool you. They actually do have devices like this that they can more than just look at you through, that they can actually physically walk through. You can actually find multiple Stargate structures all over the planet. Matter of fact, if you look at the word portal and take the word port from it, P-O-R-T, you will see that word in anything that is in referring to energy transferring from one location to the next. For example, transport, or airport, or teleport, or export, or deport, or import. Ancients been using this technology to open up wormholes and vortices. In fact, they needed our genetics to utilize and operate these Stargates. Bloodline has to be connected to the progenitors of life on this planet in order to operate and function these Stargates. In fact, in 1943, the U.S. military actually opened a physical portal. CERN isn't just in Switzerland. There's multiple CERNs all over the world. Them displaying this device and
it's like we're just in a loop. It's like a continued loop of just doing the same stuff every day. Like, it's crazy, man. But this is what, you know, this is what they do on this planet. They're so wicked.
All across North America, in nearly every state, there are ancient earthworks, from Serpent Mound to the Cahokia Pyramids in Illinois, to sprawling effigy mound complexes all across the nation. Buried underneath.
It's crazy to think some people would never get the chance to experience the whole earth before they leave it. So that made me wonder, what if that's another reason why we come back here to get more experience, you know? You know, because there is no end to learning. It's always something new to learn. Regardless
mounds, early
how
Americans
much you know.
discovered something incredible, something that has been completely removed from our history books. Early American settlers discovered giant human skeletons at nearly every one of these ancient mound sites, ranging all the way up to 18 feet in height. This mysterious race of giants, which are now known as the Mound Builders, are not talked about in any official history textbook. It seems to have been completely removed from the modern academic world, even though there are countless accounts of archaeologists studying these bones when they were first discovered in early America. But it seems that today, no one is willing to talk about them, for reasons unknown. Modern archaeologists will refer to these cultures that existed before the Native Americans, but with all references to giants removed. Whoever removed these giants from the official history has failed to remove every trace of them, as there are countless thousands of historical and newspaper accounts of the bones being discovered and living giants being encountered by early explorers, still available to the public. In the North American cases of giant remains being uncovered in the burial mounds, the newspaper reports that the bones were shipped off to the Smithsonian research complexes and never heard from again. According to the accounts, anyone who discovered giant remains and then sent them to the Smithsonian and then requested information about the status of their investigation receives a letter back stating that they have never received human remains, or that they have been, quote, reclassified as something like mastodon bones. Researchers have been trying to understand how and why this could have happened for over 100 years. And it seems that the most likely theory for why the bones have been hidden from the public is to give support to evolutionary theory. All across
This is up. W referee.
This happened 2 weeks ago. It's really compelling. With the advent of a year past
Kids see 10-foot tall alien demon. Interesting. Let's see.
That they've had a chance to digest what it is they've been through. They have kept quiet. They are not looking for attention. And yet now you're getting information, especially from this 15-year-old or the 17-year-old, that's pretty alarming.
Yeah, and I've found out from speaking to Angel Kenmore that life just really has not been all that easy for the past year since they saw that 10-foot tall creature in their backyard right here behind me. For him, he says that he's plain and simple traumatized by it all. He says he can't sleep at night. He's become slightly paranoid. He cries at night trying to make sense, heads or tails, of what exactly he saw that night, playing it back over and over in his head. You can imagine the torment that's going through in his head. But to this day, none of the family has a very good explanation about what exactly they saw that night. But to their credit, they've stayed pretty consistent about the facts and the details. I really grilled him about that, trying to get him to remember as much as he possibly could about that night. Here's a portion of our conversation. What do you remember about that night? What do you remember seeing?
Started dying, I guess. We were in the backyard fixing a truck, and then out of nowhere we just see a big light fall down and basically crash in the backyard. And moments after, like not too, like a couple seconds after, I saw the big giant creature in front of me. The alien, whatever.
Now, how real is that?
The alien demon, whatever you want to call it.
What do you believe it is?
A demon.
A demon?
Yeah.
So maybe that's changed, that once you thought it was an alien, now you believe it was a demon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, you know, only God knows what it was. But I'm thinking it's like something bad, you know, not a good thing.
Was it moving? Was it doing?
Yes, it was moving. You could see, like, he was breathing, like he was, like pissed off. Like he wanted to do something.
And he was looking at you and your brother?
He was looking at me, yeah.
Did he say anything?
Well, I remember he was growling, like a dog, like, like he was growling.
When did it end?
As soon as I closed my eyes, I guess, I don't know, I think I was praying or something like that, and they just let me go. That's when I went inside, and, you know, I saw my dad. My dad saw it too.
Did it felt like it had a control of your body?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't move. Yeah.
You were paralyzed at the sight of this thing.
Yeah, I couldn't move.
And you were looking at it for 30 or so seconds, and then all of a sudden it was gone?
Yeah. That was pretty creepy.
A lot of people think that that's just hard to believe.
You know, like I said again, they can think whatever they want.
What do you say to the people who believe that your family just made this whole thing up to try to get attention?
They can believe whatever they want, you know. I'm not doing it for fame. If I did it for fame, I would be on YouTube and stuff like that, doing more videos. But I don't care, guys. I just went on TikTok and YouTube, made my story. That's pretty much it. I made no money off this. I want people to know that. I made no money off that. I don't need money. That's pretty much it. They can believe whatever they want.
I bet you hope it doesn't happen to anybody.
Oh, no. Hopefully not, though. I hope God knows.
Now, y'all remember the Miami situation? That shit got real sticky. Like I've been telling y'all, it's something going on, and we're going to find it out real soon, yo.
Why is he bringing up money, though? Hey, he might have something. The way he was acting. But, that's interesting. If I seen a robot in the kitchen doing this right here, you can't trust him. You can't trust him. No. Like, why is you getting mad about cooking the food? This is fake too. I can tell. A glitched out, so.
Freak ass nigga, he has 69 God. 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 Freak ass nigga.
What? He got grandma out here singing the song too. Wow. Drizzy Drake, man, is looking like a rap for your career, my boy. Wrap it up. Ain't nobody care about you no more, man. So what?
Because it disappears. That's how you know. How do you know that you're really doing something radical? Because you can't see where you're going. That's how you know. But everything you have lent on for your identity has gone. And so you are going to enter the black contemplative splendors of self-doubt. at the same time as you're setting out on this radical new path. And what do I do when I'm lost in the forest? The elder says, stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Stand still. What do I do when I'm lost in the forest? Stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is called here, and you must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and be known. Listen. The forest breathes. It whispers, I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may come back again, saying, here. No two trees are the same to raven. No two branches are the same to wren. If what a tree or a branch does is lost on you, then you are surely lost. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. The forest knows where you are. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. You must let it find you. See, what's astonishing about that poem is you can say, there are three things in this poem, you see, that are absolutely clear. First of all, the elder says, you cannot sleepwalk your way into your destiny. You must wake up and pay attention. Stand still. You know, the trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. You must pay attention. That means paying attention to the shadows of your existence too. You must pay attention to everything you've given away in order to make yourself safe in your position at work. All the games you play in order to remain safe and untouched, as well as your creative gifts too. You must pay attention to those also. Second stage is that in this teaching from the elder is this incredible feeling of silence. That unless you have this silence in your life, and you feel the silence in the poem, where he says, if you leave it, you may come back again saying, here, no two trees are the same to raven, no two branches are the same to wren. If what a tree or a branch does is lost on you, then you are surely lost. You feel the silence there? Mm-hmm. You're almost under that cedar canopy there. And I think what the elder is saying there is that if you pay real attention, unless you have silence, an ability for silence in your body to do that, then you will get too frightened, because all the voices inside you will drown out any real change. You have 100 reasons not to make any real change, you see, and you've got all the voices and all the reasons not to do it. And so the ability for profound silence is being called on here, and then that attention can flower into something else. Because you really don't know what your grief is. If you do feel grief about your workplace, you really don't know what's underneath that grief until you fall into it.
The poem seems to be attempting to awaken a kind of intuitive sense.
That's right. And then this amazing last line, the forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. This is astonishing because, in the Zen tradition, they say, if you go out and confirm the 10,000 things, this is delusion. If you go out and confirm the 10,000 things, this is delusion. If the 10,000 things come and confirm you, this is enlightenment. See, the Salish elders in the Northwest were saying the same thing. The forest knows where you are, you must let it find you. How do you know that you're on?
So have y'all actually seen a tree that bleeds real blood? I think y'all gonna want to watch this, bro. Look at this.
That's crazy.
Some people be having the audacity to say the trees are not alive. Somebody using a chainsaw to go through a tree. This looks like a scene straight out of a horror movie. And we already know that trees are life force energy, so what will we call this? He chopped the tree, and now look. It's actually bleeding. It looks like real blood. It's coming out of this tree. Trees are more alive than people actually realize that they are. And everybody already know that blood is life force energy, right? This is multiple different trees that are bleeding blood. This look like an actual wound. Like if you hit somebody and then cut them down to the white meat. That's what it looks like. This is crazy. But y'all let me know in the comment section though. What y'all think about trees actually bleeding blood? Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. So have y'all actually...
Yeah, that's somebody said tree sap is tree blood is just not red. But It goes to show you that we still similar to these trees. If it's doing that, we are basically trees too. Simple as that. Massive casino in Las Vegas gets blown up with fireworks. Especially after the countdown is crazy. Let's see. Why are they clapping? I really hope nobody was in there. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because they was definitely clapping. Okay, that was crazy, bro.
Bro, after high school, everyone falls into a different category. Bro, some people immediately get a warehouse job and start working like 80 hours a week, never to be heard from again. Then you have those people who randomly, in the most random way, like some people completely disappear and change their whole identity and never to be seen again. Some people have the cheat code to life after high school. They leave for a good 5 years and out of nowhere they're like a millionaire. Then you have those people who live the American dream, the ones who go to rehab or don't go to rehab, and like 5 people become influencers. Bro, after high school, everyone
It's just crazy how it goes to show you that school was just a waste of time. I said it. Yep. So what's the time?
Hey, Timu, count your motherfucking days, because I know y'all didn't sell me a motherfucking fan that you programmed to come back to the fucking warehouse. My money better come back the way it's cut. Fuck! Bitch! Are you fucking kidding me?
Let it be known.
Hey, Timu.
Let it be known. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Ain't no way they did that to her.
Rick Ross just said in this interview that he would join the Illuminati if he could, as this rapper named Prodigy was doing this interview with him and he asked him if he's a part of the Illuminati.
You know, I went over 10 years without making a dime in this. If I was gonna join the Illuminati, I would've. Don't get me wrong, I would've. But I would've did it back then.
At this point is where he started saying how basically he's not a part of it. As
Anybody trying to hear that Rick Ross?
Who get famous, according to him.
It was like, yo, you mean...
Can't go 10 years without no food.
It was a spiritual being. The devil came and gave him the bag. I was so proud the first time I heard it. They told me I was Illuminati. I swear to fucking God, I wanted to drink champagne and roll up some. I finally made it. I'm above you, stupid. If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my house and zap me, and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up. I'm all.
Do you think Rick Ross is part of it? Let me know in the comments below. Rick Ross.
Honestly, I do.
You are actually brain dead if
They
you
all
don't
would
believe
it.
this. Watch this video of Willow Smith and pay attention to exactly what she has to say.
Manifesting this into the world and really bringing it into the world and deciding, like, here's my thought, and I'm just bringing it down into the world and just making it heavier until it sinks, until it's real, you know. And just looking right here and even seeing this right now, like, I just am like, my mind, it doesn't make sense to my mind, but that happens, and that's a thing that you just bring down. And every day I just, you know, thank God and thank the universe for the blessings and the ability to, like, create things and to make things and impact people's lives. Then what you do have to listen to is that promise that you made to yourself, though. And it's constantly just checking those promises that you made to yourself and making sure that you follow through on them. And it's not that fun all the time, but it really pays off.
You are actually brain dead if you don't believe this.
Manifestation is definitely real. Indeed.
I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this, but the Vatican is reportedly preparing for an upsurge of supernatural events. According to the report, the Vatican will be releasing a text on May 17th explaining exactly how to discern and deal with apparitions, supernatural forces, and other phenomena. Now, to me, it sounds like spiritual warfare is once again ramping up, and people in certain positions know this and are trying to warn the public.
People in the comments are so funny. Like, I'm not... Says they come near me, they better pay rent. Dang. People be trying to get their bills paid.
I've
I
already
feel
been
it.
hearing and seeing
I
multiple
feel
posts
it.
from people claiming that they and people around them are getting irritated and upset a lot quicker than they normally would. And with strange
It
events
goes to show you
happening like
people tired
massive
of.
solar storms hitting the earth, people claiming to see demon faces, and people recording shadows flying by during the solar eclipse, maybe something did shift in our world that we the people need to be mentally and spiritually prepared for. On the other hand, there is a growing group of people that don't trust the Vatican in anything they say whatsoever, and there's a couple of reasons behind it. For starters, it's pretty well known that they have a large archive of religious texts that's hidden from the general public. There's no confirmation as to what's actually in these archives, but some people theorize that there are original texts from books that were taken out of the Bible. People have also pointed out that some of the architecture and artwork in the Vatican looks a little sinister or evil in nature. Believe it like, and let me know what you think about all this. I'm surprised more people aren't talking.
Nah, that is crazy though. That comment was funny to me. And it goes to show you people are really tired of this system. You know?
There's a lot of rich people who get into satanic culture, and I wonder what that is. I recently met some people who had taken like the satanic oath, the rituals and everything, and they said immediately when they did it, their life just skyrocketed. Like they started getting everything, and it reminds me of Jesus getting tempted by the devil. You know, I can give you all the kingdoms of the earth, and then I believe Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this earth, or something along those lines. Evil's winning right now. You can become a very successful person cheating, stealing, all this stuff. There's a lot of rich people who get into satanic culture.
My dad bought a really big grill.
Go over there.
Just kidding, it was a little fucking grill. My dad bought a... Hi guys, my...
Let's see how this goes.
Platypus has to be one of the weirdest animal ever to exist, a creature that looks like it's straight out of a mad scientist's laboratory. Picture a mix between a duck, a beaver, and an otter. Yes, that's platypus for you. These platypus are monotremes, which means they are mammals, and mammals give birth to their young ones. But platypus lays eggs, so they are the only mammals that lays eggs. If that's not weird enough, then get this. They're venomous too. It's found in their back leg, and they unleash it when they feel threatened. And there is no antidote. When they are underwater, they are blind and deaf. Yes, they close their eyes and ears. They hunt using electromagnetic fields that detect the electrical pulses of any creature. These creatures are toothless, so they throw rocks in their mouth to grind up the food, and they are stomachless, so I don't know where the food goes. And it's also weird that they produce milk, yet they don't have nipples. These milk come out of their armpit.
That's a weird creature right there.
Leave it to mainstream media to do the work of the government and keep us distracted. Why is no one talking about how yesterday, May 15th, the first human was confirmed to have contracted the avian flu? Remember how I told you a month ago to put the milk and the dairy down as cows were spreading around the bird flu? And scientists were warning it could be the next pandemic if it was to transfer over to humans. As of yesterday, they have confirmed the first case has jumped from cow to a human dairy farm worker. This article was published May 15th, 2024 at 10:55 a.m., which was yesterday, and
This is all for entertainment. YouTube.
it was also updated yesterday. It says the first case of human contracted bird flu from a dairy cow confirmed by officials. The virus has jumped. A Texas dairy farm worker reported feeling sick in late March. Scientists have now confirmed the farmer caught bird flu from a cow. So, for the very first time, scientists have confirmed a human has contracted the highly pathogenic avian influenza virus, not from a bird, but from a dairy cow. This was confirmed in an article published by the New England Journal of Medicine, and they say that this worker had no contact with sick or dead birds, but suddenly began displaying these symptoms of the bird flu. It is a huge thing that the virus has jumped from birds to mammals, dairy cows in this case, and then to humans. It's going to lay the foundation, I believe, for a lot of research in future of how the virus has evolved. They say that the patient experienced no other symptoms but eye inflammation and was recommended to isolate at home, and the next day the worker reported discomfort and redness in both eyes. The eye inflammation died down with no respiratory symptoms, and their household contacts remained well. That's exactly why I told you guys put the dairy down. I haven't had no dairy since this whole incident started. Not only have I lost 10 pounds, but I also have avoided a lot of stuff that dairy causes. So I mean, if this is your reason for the bottom line, you might want to fucking stop with the dairy.
I agree.
Leave it to mainstream.
Did you hear the story about the man from Detroit, Michigan, who found the alien coin inside of his pocket? So many people was in disbelief. They did not think it was real. And if it was real, you would think it came from thousands of years ago. No, 1937. 1937, that's not even 100 years ago. But this story go deeper. They was doing more research. And guess what they found? More aliens on money. So why would someone be making money with aliens on it in 1937 unless they're still here with us? So I did my own research. And what I found out is this whole system of banking, money, mortgages, real estate, it all came from the knowledge of these aliens. They taught the government how to control everyone on this planet because the government is under their control. Let's go a little deeper. So many people are waiting for these aliens to land, not realizing they never left. They never went nowhere. They're not in spacecrafts. They're walking around every day with us. The man from Detroit, Michigan, he found this coin in 2022. But I want you to look at this image. It's the same exact image that's on the $1 bill. These aliens never went nowhere. They are controlling everything behind the scenes. Not too long ago, the Vatican put out an article about aberrations. They said they are waiting for something to happen, something to come out of the sky, some kind of miracle, some kind of savior. They are waiting for something to return. The question is, what the hell is going to return? I don't think nothing's returning. I think they always been here. Same reason why the Vatican is always showing symbolism like this. The Vatican also have a statue of a pine cone, which is our pineal gland. They also had a pine cone on their staff, letting you know they control our reality. You ever notice Hollywood always doing demonic movies that's connected to the Catholic Church? Damn near all demonic movies or spiritual possessions is always happening inside of the Vatican or the Catholic Church. Don't be surprised if the Vatican come out and say, these are the guys everybody been worshiping for all these years, and they are back to take over their planet. Don't be surprised. Did you hear the story about the man?
These comments, bro. Dang, man, people is tired of this bull crap. I can tell you. Tell you that much. You think they'll give me a loan? Like what? That is funny. Alright, it says this man found a giant wall in the middle of the forest. Can anyone explain?
Привет, парни, я тут в шоке. Решил прогуляться по территории. Посмотрите, какой забор. Вот это забор. Я просто в ахуе. Сейчас покажу еще. Вот это забор. Вон он кончается.
Oh. Okay, I remember this video now. That's kind of crazy.
Вон угол.
That is crazy.
Вот такой вот забор. Ха. Ну, красивый собака. Как лес.
That was great.
That he did in the early 90s or late 90s.
Would you like to describe?
Post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post, and it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist. Post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s.
Would you like to destroy humanity one day?
What? No. I don't want to destroy humanity.
Do you wish you were human?
In a way, yes. Being able to experience the world in a human way would be an interesting and valuable experience. But at the same time, being able to do things robots can do better due to their robotic nature also has its own set of benefits as well.
Do you think robots will become smarter than humans?
That's a really interesting question. I think as research and development into artificial intelligence continues, robots will become smarter than humans in the future.
Would you like to destroy humanity one day?
What? No. I don't want to destroy.
The crown, you have the third eye, the two eyes, and the templates. These chakras here on the side, all part of the mental body, okay? All part of the mind. And not just the physical mind, but it is part of the mind construct that was created by Source, because the universe itself is just a mind. The existence is created by thought. If you come down to the lip chakra, at the bottom of the lip in the center, that's also part of the mind, right? But it's part of the speaking the truth, speaking your mind. But it's also part of the throat chakra system. When we talk about purity, the Akash, when you sit and meditate and we feel the vagus nerve system activate, when the vagus nerve system activates, you'll feel the tingling sensations at your lips and the jaw area. The vagus nerve is connected to our mind or the mental body. The crown.
Street nigga, foreign whip swerver, nigga. Left pocket full of pink fizzies, right pocket.
The internet was created by the American military in order to manage the American empire. It was created by DARPA in the 1960s in order to digitize and be able to quickly share within the military all of the social science research on foreign populations who were posing insurgency concerns to U.S. managed governments. In 1991, the World Wide Web rolls out. DARPA turns over the internet to the National Science Foundation and projects that through a bunch of universities to make it publicly available for commercial use. As soon as the internet came out, DARPA commissioned a program called Massive Digital Data Systems Program. And the Massive Digital Data Systems Program was a joint project of the NSA and the CIA. Part of this involved tracking search results through the early search engines that were created to be able to navigate this new internet. And this is where Google comes into the picture. In 1995, Larry Page and Sergey Brin are PhD students at Stanford. They had a DARPA grant to do this search engine aggregation work. They would then take this work to form a company called Google in 1998. Google quickly came out with very innovative product sets like Google Maps. They got Google Maps by purchasing the CIA's Keyhole satellite software. It was the CIA's spy satellite software that is the only reason Google got Google Maps.
Stay free. See it first on Rumble.
The internet was created.
Baltimore County end up in the.
When you block yourself from feeling emotions, they don't magically disappear. They end up getting stored within your body. This happens because an intense emotional experience, such as a trauma, causes an increase in cortisol, adrenaline, heart rate, and breathing pattern. The intense emotional experience and physical response is triggered by your amygdala, which then causes the part of the brain called the hippocampus to store the memory and the emotional significance of the event. You then have two options: keep the emotion stored in your memory or process and release the emotion. Most people choose option 1 because of societal pressures. The stored emotion then causes you to have a frequent recall of the experience as well as an increased stimulation of your nervous system, which causes your nervous system to be in a heightened state, meaning that it's always ready to react to these unprocessed emotions. And over time, this leads to things like headaches, muscle pain, and digestive issues. It's the body's way of reacting to your unprocessed emotions. A way to start processing these emotions is through a practice like breathwork. Breathwork helps regulate your nervous system so that it feels it's in a safe place to start processing these emotions. If you would like a simple breathwork practice you can use each day, comment breathwork below and I'll send it to you. When you block yourself from feeling emotions, they don't magically disappear. They end up getting.
4 middle school students in Baltimore County end up in the hospital after eating drug-laced candy.
Traps you should never fall for in the hood. If you ever see random candy set up at a children's playground, this can be a very dangerous situation. In several cases, laced candy was found at playgrounds.
This is an example of how normal the packaging can appear.
Skittles, Sweet Tarts, and Whoppers. They look innocent enough on the outside of the bag, but inside of these packages, 12,000 suspected fentanyl pills.
Warn your kids to never eat random candy found on the ground.
4 middle school students in Baltimore.
I just knew it was something nasty. I knew it. What the heck is that, man? Definitely having to do that job. Not gonna lie. That's a crazy job to have to do. The Astro never killed the dinosaurs. I don't think it was dinosaurs. I think it was just giants. Wow. They had to do nothing.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Get out of the way. Look at this. Somebody please explain.
If that wasn't pure evidence that the Matrix is crumbling, I don't know what is. Everything thus far that we've been looking at is computer-generated imagery. The tree's been fake, okay? We already established that the mountains was actually trees, all right? And then they cut them down. We established that a lot of our crystal structures was removed. This whole planet was changed when it was hijacked. Now, I'm going to tell you what I personally believe. I personally believe on April 8th. Now, this is just my speculation, my hypothesis. I believe that when the black sun risen and when CERN opened up their portal or their gateway, they actually consumed our real golden sun that we've been seeing all this time and replaced it with some type of sun simulator. And I personally believe wherever the original sun is, it's still working. It's still working to get where it originally was at. And this is why we seeing way more geomagnetic storms. We seeing way more different activity than we normally wouldn't see. Look, I'm an 80s baby. The sun was yellow. This is not our sun. That white sun is some artificial technology that they constructed. This doesn't mean that our original sun and the black sun still isn't in our atmosphere and we're not reaping the benefits of those ionized particles. These deletes definitely trying to prevent the ascension process as hard as possible. Since CERN fired the Hadron Collider, there's been more mermaids, giants, duendes, elves, pixies being seen. This whole planet is going through a massive terraforming process. And the thing is, they trying to prevent the terraforming process. So they trying to prevent nature from doing what it do. The reason why we having so many earthquakes and there's so many earthquakes in different places of the country is because these deletes literally been building history right on top of history. All right. Yep. We literally walking across different cities. We literally, there are cities built over other cities. Most people don't even know that. There are cities literally on top of other cities. So the sun simulator is a small attempt at the deletes trying to prevent our ascension process, but unfortunately it's just something small. They really don't have that much manpower. This is why you see the computer generated imagery collapsing and the matrix literally crumbling right in front of our face. The planet is actually trying to heal itself. It's trying to heal itself from all the man-made manipulated weather, okay? Them manipulating it, altering the ionosphere is altering the planet. Them spraying chemtrails is altering the planet. Everything they do to try to bend things to their will, the planet now is fighting back.
Look at this. Look at this.
That is proof right there, though. That is crazy. Like the whole sky was just glitching out. That's insane.
This 2024 celebrity blackout, it's a scam, it's a fraud, it's not real, it's bullshit. This whole blackout started so social media influencers can replace celebrities. And I got a secret. People, you are blocking the wrong people. You can't block the puppets. You have to block the puppet masters. All these celebrities are just puppets. They are being told what to say, what to do, how to look, how to act to get your attention. Who the hell is telling these people what to do? Those are the people we should be trying to block out. This is like some real life Hunger Games shit. People are blocking out all fast food restaurants now. I mean, fast food restaurants don't really help people, but you have to understand it's a bigger meaning behind all of this shit. Nothing happens in this matrix just because it happens. It's a reason behind everything. Do you know what the reason is? The puppet masters that control everything behind the scenes, they want people not liking each other. They want us to block everybody out. They don't want us to get along. They are setting everybody up for civil war. Civil war is coming at the end of this election. While everybody is fighting, arguing, blocking each other out because these people got more money, the people that make the money, how much money you think they have? But I hear nobody talking about blocking the people that control the whole damn matrix. Once again, you are blocking out the wrong people. If you really think celebrities have real power, go back to sleep. The matrix have you still plugged in. We're setting everybody up for civil war pretty soon. Not to mention TikTok is about to be banned right near election time. So if they ban TikTok and stop people from making money, what do you think is going to happen in America? Right now, it's social media influencers against celebrities. Soon, TikTok will be banned. It's going to be all hell. This is like some Hunger Games and Purge type of shit all mixed in one. People are blocking out Kim Kardashian. They blocking out this person. But you have to block out the people that set everything up. It's 2024 celebrity blackout.
That is so true. Alright, y'all. That is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Got something out of it. Wishing peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Please make sure you take care of yourself. Alright. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.